So you want something really, really badly. What I hear the most is a loving relationship. I want to be accepted. I want to be seen. I want inner peace. I want to free myself from anxiety, from depression. I want to tap into my purpose. I want abundance overflowing into my life. Whatever that is for you, when we want something really, really badly, but don't believe that we can have it, it awakens this sense of feeling stuck. I'm at odds with the situation that I'm in right now. It is not the way I want it to be, and I feel stuck. Hi, my love. I'm Karen Katz, certified professional life coach and speaker for Fortune 500 companies. And today we're talking about why you are stuck. And most of all, what we need to do in order to get out of that place. Years ago, I was diagnosed with acne rosacea. It was devastating. There's nothing that I wanted more than to clear my skin, to have clear skin. It was embarrassing. I always had to use some sort of cover up, makeup. I kept trying different products. I was desperate for a solution, for a cure. But I had heard initially when it was diagnosed that it was incurable. And that seed took hold in my mind. For years, I was buying all sorts of products, spending so much money, testing everything I could, damaging my skin's barrier even more, and aggravating my skin, constantly having breakouts and not being able to know what to do to clear it, visiting dermatologists, asking people for advice, reading, looking up on YouTube, seeing what options I had, and I was just desperate. Nothing was changing for years. When did things finally start to change? When I started to believe that it was possible. That moment, not just one healing treatment appeared. I've manifested 3 healing treatments for it that actually started to reveal the clear skin that I so wanted. I just wanted to not have any more breakouts. That's what I desired most than anything. And when I started believing that it was possible, then the manifestations started to appear. Belief is a tricky thing. We've developed our belief system over a lifetime of experiences. Like, for example, when I was young, I wanted to be a singer. And I decided to try out for the choir. I think I was in 6th grade, decided to try out for the choir. The teacher sat us all down around a table and started giving us these songs and said, "It's your turn, sing, your turn, sing, your turn, sing." I was the first one up. So embarrassed, didn't know the group, didn't know the song, and began to do what seemed like singing. I have no idea what came out of my mouth. As soon as I was done, she interrupted me and said, "Do yourself and everyone else a favor. Never again attempt to sing." The pain, the humiliation, the rejection, the shame, unbearable. I wanted to cry. Didn't want to cry there in front of a bunch of strangers. Didn't know what to do with this. So what happened? From so much pain and so much shame, a belief was developed. I'm a bad singer. And for years, did not attempt to give it a try. Thinking that singing was just something that you were born with, right? These famous singers are just born with this talent and that's it. And some people are lucky to have it, some people are not, and that's it. As these beliefs develop, it slowly eats away at our dreams, at our desires, a little bit at a time. Depression is the disease of hopelessness. Hopelessness. Which comes about from experiences that slowly chip away at our desires and our dreams. Taking that flame that could develop into a passion or a purpose and slowly dimming its light until there's nothing left. And we ask ourselves, what's the use of any of it? What's the purpose of it all? But here's what I need you to know. You can learn to believe anything. The same way we learned to believe that we're not good enough, we're not lovable, whatever the case is for you. I'm a terrible singer. I'm not good at this. I'm not good enough to be in this relationship. I'm not good enough to do this activity. I'm not good enough to pursue this passion. I'm not a great speaker, a public speaker, for example. It was one of the terrifying fears I have. And through a journey of self-discovery and practice and training, learn to absolutely love it. We can learn to believe the opposite of what we've learned to believe. The same way we learn to believe I'm not good enough, we can learn to believe I'm good enough. The same way we learn to believe I'm not lovable, we can learn to believe I deserve love. I am lovable. The same way we learn to believe I'm not a good singer, we can learn to believe I can learn to be a good singer with the proper guidance and the proper practice. We can learn to believe anything. You can learn to believe anything. And I will be sharing specific tools and techniques for how to do that. So stick around, subscribe, turn on notifications to be notified as soon as I post a new video. And go ahead and share this if you know anyone that needs to hear this message. We're going to stop being controlled by these old beliefs that are just misconceptions. They are not true. They are not the absolute truth. We learn them by mistakenly misinterpreting situations to mean something that they actually did not mean. That teacher that calls herself a teacher, leading the tryouts for the choir, was not the right person to do that specific job, was not the right person to bring out a talent, a hidden talent in a child. So the same way we misinterpreted things, and as empaths, we do this a lot. We are hypersensitive and we're misinterpreting things that are happening to mean something bad about us, to mean something about our unworthiness, our not being good enough, our not being deserving. And from there stems all the challenges that we have in relationships, all the overgiving, people-pleasing, codependence, trying to satisfy everybody else's expectations, trying to ensure that people love us by giving and giving and giving so much to the point where we actually overgive and teach people how to treat us, that we're not important. We are walking around with this billboard energetically that says, I'm not good enough. I believe I'm not good enough. I believe I am unworthy. And when we start shifting that, learning to believe something different, everything begins to change in our lives. Sending you much love and stay tuned for more. Namaste, my love.